Hey guys, it's Jay, and of course we have Danny Green of Danny Green Collects, and of course we have Ace of Ramen Toys. Guys, we are here tonight to talk a little bit about Action Figure Comic Con 2026, and of course our special guest Ace is going to be talking through some of his brand new products that he's just announced, and we are really excited to have Ace with us. Ace, how are you? How are you? This Happy New Year to you, Ace. We haven't said Happy New Year to you at all. So Happy New Year, Ace.
Happy New Year, Jay and Danny. Thanks for having me on your show. Appreciate
Absolutely.
it. Yep.
So how has the New Year been, Noel? Ace, it's been a long time since we've seen each other. I mean, it feels like an eternity ago. I think the last time we saw each other was at Comic-Con.
Joe Fest.
Right? I think that was the last time we saw you.
Joe Fest, is that right?
Oh, no, Comic-Con, wasn't it?
Oh, SDCC. That's right. Yeah,
SDCC.
that's right.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah.
You're right. Yeah.
You had the full MUSK costume on. Remember?
That's right. Yeah.
Sorry, the Machina, the full Machina costume. Yeah. And you had a lot of people. You know, that was a great moment. You had tons of people stopping you for pictures. I think that was like definitely one of the highlights of the weekend. I think it was pretty great seeing all those people stop you and ask you for pictures. I think that was crazy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and then what's great is that I'm going to be showing off the outfit again. I'm not sure how I'm going to do it in the cold of Canada. Right?
You don't have to worry about that. We have
we'll look it up. I'll probably wear I don't know.
You have to put heat pads inside.
A fur coat. You got to wear a fur coat on top.
Yeah. So and then we're gonna be showing off my new the latest helmet prototype, the one that we're gonna be tooling with. So that's going to be a great feature for you guys to see.
Incredible. That's going to be exciting. But tell us a little bit about how it's been over the past year developing and everything that you've been working on, Ace. We're very excited to have you here. How things been for the start of the year for you?
Yeah, so everything's been as it was from the last year, right? We just carried over everything. Another year is just another new month added to the previous year. So we are still in development of the stuff, in production of what we're doing, and of course the Chinese New Year always comes in on the February to sort of put a hiatus on what we're doing. So that's going to come and go, not to worry, and we shouldn't use that as any excuse to delay things or explain that things are delayed, because that is a known period of time in the year, right? So but it only occurs for a month, so that's not really a long time that is going to disrupt things. But it's a good time as well for us to for me especially, to just take a break away from every day at the factory and then doing stuff. So it does take a toll, right? Especially with working and burnout. So it's a good time of the year myself to just relax, go check out some other places in mainland China, enjoy myself, have some food, and then come back, in March, and then get things going right again. So, of course, in the meantime, I'll be spending the rest of the January traveling, right? Next week, I'll be off the end of next week, I'll be off to Nuremberg, and then I'll be there for a day and a half, and then I will be on my way to the Action Figure Con in Toronto. Yeah.
Nice.
We are super excited that you're going to be joining us here in Toronto, and straight from Spielwarenmesse, the largest toy convention in the Europe. Is this your first time visiting Spielwarenmesse, or have you been there before?
No, it's definitely not my first time. I've been there, I would say 5 times. This will be my 5th time at the show. Let me try to recall. The first time I was there, I was staying in a Pyramide hotel, right, which was very nice. Yeah, it's called the Pyramide. And the second time I had an Airbnb, and then the third time I went there with my colleagues in Ramen Toy. I think another time I would say, yeah, fifth time. This time my fifth time at Nuremberg. Yeah.
Excellent. Are you do you have a booth there? Are you going to be showcasing, or is it just meetings with different companies that you're going to?
Yeah, no, I have not been there as an exhibitor, and I dread the possibility of going there as a distributor, as an exhibitor. Although I would like to, right, going there, setting up a booth, showing people that comes to the fair your products is good thing, but the whole logistical thing of it, to be able to go there in Nuremberg, and it's not a direct flight, right? You got to go in from either Frankfurt or one of the bigger airports, and then take either a train, which is what they call ICE in Germany, right? Intercity Express, and then or a short flight over, right, from, let's say, Frankfurt or Munich. So it's not that there's no direct flight is the first thing, and then secondly, I got to deal with all the logistics of, like, maybe renting a car, going there, and so the whole logistical part of it just scares me off. Unlike, in the States, where I'm more, things are somehow much more familiar, right? So yeah, I would like to maybe go exhibit in Nuremberg one day, but maybe not in the current future. And also because as the years go by, I do see a decline in the number of people attending the shows. It's getting quieter and quieter by the year, unfortunately. Yeah.
So let's talk about that a little bit. So last year, I do believe that you and a few of the Ramen Toy crew, you visited the New York Toy Fair, which is happening in February. So how different is Spiel van Messe versus something like the Toy Fair? Are you noticing a lot more people attending the Toy Fair in New York, or is it less people that's actually attending from Germany? What's the demographic differences, do you think?
So based on my experience with toy fairs over the years, right, the way the yearly calendar works for anybody in the toy industry is you start off the year in Hong Kong, where the Hong Kong Toys and Games Fair just concluded a day ago, right? You started on Monday and ended on Thursday. So it's a 4-day event. And then after that, you actually go to Nuremberg to attend the Nuremberg Toy Fair. And no, before that, actually, the London Toy Fair. All right. So starts with Hong Kong, goes to London, goes to Nuremberg, and then it finishes off in New York in March. So the first quarter of the year, or the first 3 months, is basically that calendar for anybody in the toy industry. That's your main shows that you're going to go to get all your work done, meeting suppliers, finding out new vendors, etc., right? So the difference between Nuremberg, Hong Kong, London, I've not been, so I can't comment on that. So I've been to the Hong Kong one, the Nuremberg one, and the New York one. So the New York one basically is a much more simplified version of a Nuremberg toy show, in such a way that it's only catering to the American businesses, right? It's very focused on the American businesses, where you have mostly your American companies in the New York Toy Fair. So unlike Germany, where you have a lot of European as well as North American companies there, right? You have more European companies. So there is no other shows around Europe except Nuremberg, right? London aside. So in Nuremberg itself is more than just a show that has action figures and Mattel and Hasbro, which these companies don't actually show off to the public.
Yes.
In Nuremberg, Mattel, Hasbro, you got an appointment, go and see what they have in store for the year. So that's a funny thing. A toy show, yet it's closed off, right? Even to people in the trade. So that's always kind of funny. But it's the same thing as well, I think, for the toy show in Hong Kong, whereby you go to the Wan Chai Convention Center, you don't get to see Hasbro and Mattel. They're not there. They are at their showrooms, in their offices in Tsim Sha Tsui, which is TST. It's a main hub for all toy companies in Kowloon, Hong Kong. So back to your question again. So New York is smaller for sure at the Javits Center. And I would say that the Javits Center's offering of the toy fair is about a fifth of what you get in Nuremberg.
Wow.
So why is it a fifth? Because Nuremberg has at least 12 halls, if my memory serves. Hall 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, until 12. And the reason why they have so many halls is because everything that concerns toys and games are there, down to party hats and costumes, down to like outdoor swings and slides and doll houses, make believe, chess sets, anything that you can think of that's toy is there. So not specifically action figure. So that's what we have to take note of. So yeah, that's the bit of explanation on those fairs.
Interesting. And as I recall, I guess the accommodations are a lot easier in Germany than they were in New York, because I remember that your accommodations were so cramped when I saw some of the.
If you do a Trivago search on accommodations, hotels in Nuremberg, any other time of the year except during Nuremberg, it's like $30 a night. But in Nuremberg period, it goes no less than, I would say, 400 or 500 US dollars a night.
Wow.
No less.
That's
no
crazy.
Less. Yeah.
They know who's coming.
Yeah.
They know who's coming, and they just so because New York, I don't think New York wasn't that expensive, was it? I mean, like, for that tiny room that you guys were staying in. I know it's very expensive, but
in New York, I was able to find accommodation in the New Yorker, which was kind of affordable. I'd say it was below 200 US a night.
Okay,
might be below 150. I don't recall. But for the other establishments that is closer to the Javits, like your Marriotts and your Hiltons, those are expensive. I think they go at least also about 500 US a night. I think at least. I know for sure during New York Comic Con, those are at least 800 and above a night.
Wow.
And then in SZCC, the Hilton that's next to the convention in
Impossible.
Gaslamp, that's 1,002, 1,005 a night.
If you don't get the lottery for the hotels, you're spending gobs amounts of cash. It's out.
And there's no point booking in advance because they know the dates, right? So even though you book 2 years in advance, it's the same price.
Fun story, not so fun story. Danny and I booked last minute 2 years ago. And we ended up in two cities away. Actually, we ended up in a completely different city, like away from San Diego. It was absolutely crazy, and I can't talk about it too much from here. But we'll just say that there were some people walking the street that day, which absolutely shocked us. Ace, we were so shocked when we saw these people walking down the street. We had
like 8 a.m. Yeah,
it was crazy.
Cosplayers?
Oh yeah, they were cosplaying all right. They were cosplaying as ladies of the night. They're in full cosplay.
Yeah, they're ready to party for sure.
Oh, it was crazy, and it was like eight. Sorry, it was 5:30 in the afternoon. They were changing shifts. It was absolutely crazy.
I remember seeing them in the following morning.
We kept seeing them. That was the problem, Danny. We kept seeing them. All right. We want to talk to Ace about some of the new photos he's been posting up on his Instagram and really pick his brain about some of the crazy things that have been happening at Ramen Toy. But before we do that, let's go ahead and say hi to some of the people in the chat. Guys, thank you so much for joining us today. Wow, there's a ton of you guys here. It's pretty crazy. Of course, I know you're all chopping at the bit to find a little bit more about what Ramen has in store. And of course, about Action Figure Comic-Con. Thank you guys again for joining us. Pedro Berio, all the way from Portugal. What's going on, Pedro? Good to see you, my friend. Hello from Portugal. Jay, Danny, and of course, Ramen Toy. Good to see you, Pedro. Jordan from Canada, thanks for the stream. Cheers, Danny, Jay, and Ace. Cheers, Pedro. AFCC quickly approaching. Yes, we're only about 2 weeks away. It's going to be bonkers. Bees Battleground. Hey, Bees, what's going on, bro? Good to see you, brother. I'm ready for the MUSK and AOA Wave 2. Nice. Aces of Aviation. Yes. New packaging. Some really cool stuff happening with the Aces of Aviation. So very, very excited about that. Pedro saying hi to everybody. Jim Smith, 301. Hello, Jay, Danny, and Ace. Ace. Good to see you, brother. Pedro, I thought Toy Explosion in Germany was Europe's biggest toy convention. Probably for Master Universe. Yes, 100%. For Master Universe, 100%. But for toys and what's it called? Business to business, you can't get any bigger than Spielwarenmesse. That thing is massive. Dave Sinelli's in the house. What's going on, brother? Jabbar Robbins. What's up, Jay? Danny? Been a minute. Ace. By the way, Ace, are there any plans for more toys of Gatchaman? I know that the one with Ken is out, but do you have plans to do any other toys with Joe, Jun, Jinpei, and Ryu? Actually, the one you've been showing off lately is actually it's actually the that is Ken's ship,
Joe,
right? Yes.
Joe. Yeah. G2, yeah.
All right, so yes, I guess the answer is yes, Jabbar.
Yeah, the answer is yes.
There's David. Fun Picks. What's going on? What's going on, David? Good to see you. Can't wait till. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say he's gonna be at the event as well with us.
Yeah, we can't wait to see you, man. Yeah, it's gonna be great. DC Guinea Pig, what's going on, brother? Love your tanks. I have both versions. Any chance we'll be getting a blast effect sold separately? Thanks again for making a great product.
Yeah. Yes, as well.
Nice.
No, it's no business with Ace. It literally is black and white. Dave Sinelli, we're slowly losing title of the Empire State. So I'm guessing, Dave, you live in New York, so yes. It depends on how you look at it, right? At the end of the day, it's always a bit of a thing. Paul Morales, what's going on, brother? Hello, everybody. And hey, look who it is. Toy Addict is in the house. What's going on, JP? Good to see you. Three amigos. Yes, we are the three amigos. Jay, you're looking better. I am, but if you listen carefully, you'll notice that I'm a bit nasally. I still have a stuffed nose, and and every now and then I'll cough a little bit. But thank you, Dave. I hope you're doing better too, brother. David, yes, I'll be at AFCC. Can't wait to meet you guys there. It's going to be awesome to meet Dave. Incredible photographer. You guys definitely got it. And his work will actually be on display at the Action Figure Comic Con. And of course, JP, so excited about the V line. So you know what? We're going to touch on that because that is definitely something I was not expecting. Last time we heard about that was about 2 years ago. So very excited to see that the development has not stopped on that.
3 years ago.
Yeah, something like that. It was crazy. Yeah. So guys, heading over to Ramen Toy on Instagram. Oops, wrong one. So remove and add. Heading over to Ramen Toy on Instagram, guys. Ramen Toy has been busy, just like a busy bee. And some of the pictures they've been posting are absolutely astronomically out of this world. And yeah, man, we're being we're seeing some great stuff here. Even the prototypes. So this one, of course, is the prototype for the. How come it's not going?
G2 Condor.
This one is the G2 Condor, and it is having a little bit of a hard time loading up. Oh no, that's not good. So we'll wait.
Too many tabs, Jay. You got too many.
Yeah,
tabs.
I know, way too many tabs. So we'll go with the Eagle. So there he is. There's Ken himself. This is freaking awesome. And
you'll see it at the AFCC. Sorry.
Oh my God, that is so crazy. So guys, you heard it here, an exclusive for anybody who's going to be at the AFCC. We will be among the first to actually get to see the G1, the Gatchaman one, Ken the Eagle. This is
the full product.
I love the fact, as always, that you're incorporating magnets into this. It has many of the actual features from the show. Talk us a little bit through this development on this particular piece, Ace. How long has this one been in development?
So we approached Tatsunoko, I think, in 2024, And I think that was in April. Yeah, before the Las Vegas licensing show. So April of 2024. We're now in 2026 and we are delivering. So we took some time to get the license in place, licensing memo, contracts signed, getting prototypes designed and approved and changes. So we set out to do something of the vehicles of Gatchaman because although there's many fans asking for the figures, we saw that Storm Collectibles was doing their figures, so we didn't want to put in another, new challenger. Is that right? What's the when you have the game when you're playing and then somebody comes in?
Yeah, here comes a new challenger. The Street Fighter. That was Street
Fighter. Is it new challenger?
Yeah, new challenger.
So instead of doing that, we went to do vehicles, which is more our forte because we have the Machina line, and then we have the Ramen Racer, economical vans, and the tanks. So we thought the vehicles would be a good thing, but what size, right? So we wanted to see, based on the success of Machina, that we can just do it in 124 scale. Although in hindsight, we did not really actually set out 124 scale when doing the Machina line because we just wanted to do something of the figure that is same size as Kenner originals, which on hindsight again is not exactly in 124 scale. It's more like 125 or 125-ish, almost 126. Okay, but that I digress. So we'll just call it 124 scale. And then there was obviously some concerns to get the size of the Eagle shop right, because there is no very clear and distinct style guide that Tatsunoko can provide. All they have are very rough sketches of the front view, the side view, and the back view, and the top view, I think. And the views don't really match, in my opinion, right? So you're talking about the 70s here, right, where people are just in the Tatsunoko office and coming up with all these designs and their sketches, So I can understand that. And if you look at references from Poppy Nika making products of all these vehicles, again, it doesn't really gel with what you're seeing on the animation, and then the animation cells itself does not have a consistent image of how how the vehicle looks. So long story short, I'm going on such a long tangent. We decided to just take some liberties to design some forms of this Eagle shop, because if you look at the Eagle shop itself, our Eagle shop is not as big as what you would think it should look like in the animation. Now, to keep this size is also a concern for us to have a smaller packaging and to basically keep costs down overall. Because if we had made this much bigger and then the first entry level is a higher price, then we thought that this might not be good for us for a new brand entering this license offering to its collectors and fans. So we just kept it at around this size, because at this size it's manageable at the set price that we have for this, which is I think 150. All right. So next come the development of how we're going to make it not just a simple static plane, right? And of course, we know that this Eagle shop has characteristics of the X-wing, where the wings goes up in the X formation. So that itself is already a feature that we must introduce. Now, how do we get the X-wing to deploy? I thought to myself, hey, there's this what looks like the undercarriage, or wrong, the air intake of the Eagle shop, and I thought that part, if I could just pull it back like cocking a shotgun, I could deploy the wings. So that's how we did the deployment of the wings, by cocking it like that. See? Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah. So, and again, there were so many design flaws with the design, right? The original creators. for example, you see over there the in the animation clip, you had the undercarriage folding into the bottom part. Now there is no clear schematics of how the undercarriage actually looks at all. There's nothing clear. So we had to come up with some imagination to derive the undercarriage. And how do we make the undercarriage marry with the front landing gear? Because with that piece of the belly that hangs below the eagle shop, that means that whatever front landing gear that comes out, it needs to surpass that
Yes, be longer.
and hit the ground, right? And if you look at other images of the eagle shop landed, the front landing gear is actually very long, right? Pretty long, right? Longer than what we've done with our toy. But once you have something that's longer, that means your rear wheels will have to be longer as well, right? Because if it's long in front and the rear wheels are short, then you have thing like pivoting, right? But then again, there's no space, as you can see over there how it transformed. There's no space to physically put the landing gears back, right? Correct. So all these things had to be designed by us through trial and error, and then like, okay, let's do this. And then actually took some inspiration from the landing gear of the F-18 Hornet, the main landing gear, where it's sort of priced into, what we call in Mandarin the character 8, right? Pa, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. In Chinese, 8. There's it's done like that. So that's how we got the thing. And then of course we learn, right, along the way from the licensor, that the air intake that I thought were air intakes on the sides were not air intakes. They were actually missile firing pods. And then I thought that the bottom was the air intake, and they said no, it fires off the Eagle missile from the bottom. So that means that this aircraft has no air intake, and I have no idea how it flies. So that's a bit of thing that we learned. And then of course we initially designed it to be as non-gimmicky as possible, right? In terms of electronics. But the licensor said, oh, there is lights on the back, so you should make it, paint it at least yellow. And I was thinking to myself, you can't paint it yellow because it means that the burners are always on. Because we had initially presented a prototype whereby the thrusters behind were just black, right? So black, right? It's black. But they said it has to be yellow. So instead of just painting it yellow, which was on our first prototype, we went back and just added LED lights. So this is a feature that we added without adding additional cost to our SRP, because we have already set out a price for this, and then these were all additional add-on during the production and approval process.
I really like that idea, though.
Yeah.
I've been saying for a long time, not to cut you, Ace. Apologize.
Oh no, I'm good. I spoke too much.
I've been saying for a long time, and some people would disagree with me. But I think that toys are toys. You know what I mean? A lot of people are saying, "Oh, but we don't need like." There's a tendency for people to say they're adult collectibles, so they don't need action features. And I'm like, no, that's not true. I think one of the reasons why we got into toys in the first place was because of action features.
Yes, I agree.
I think I really like the idea of firing missiles. I really like the idea of lights. I really like the idea of sounds. I really like the idea of all of those things. And we're seeing that come back to fruition with some of the G.I. Joe vehicles, right? They've reintroduced sound. They've reintroduced lights. And you know what? I think that actually has to do with the direct competition with smaller companies like Ramen Toy, right? Putting in lights and sound into one of their products. I mean, not to be too forward, but I think that it's important to have action features again. I think action features really add something to vehicles and to toys. So seeing this really, it really warms my heart in terms of what that is. Now, the action figure itself,
yeah,
I'm very, very excited about this. Obviously, you've had some experience in this scale with Machina. So how close in relationship are the Machina versus the Gatchaman figures?
They are pretty close in terms of the joints, and I guess the initial challenge was how to put the cape on that we felt had to be cloth. So in the early prototype, you can see over there the cape was not on there as you see in the seat because our initial prototype, our cape, the choice of material was too hard or rather too thick, such that it becomes too much for him to go inside the seat. So we said that okay, let's do a compromise. Let's tell the collector to put him inside. Please remove the cape, and you remove the cape by removing the head, removing the cape, and then put the head back on again. But then again, along the way, we went to again we're always kaizen. We found another material that's right there, softer. So we said, okay, let's use this material, and it fits like a glove into the seat, and that's where we went with this material. Yeah.
How many points of articulation are we looking at?
Yeah,
Is it similar to MUSK?
Yeah.
10 POA and 3 inches. Wow. Okay. This is incredible. And we'll be able to see this at the Action Figure Comic-Con? Or are you bringing?
Yes, I'll bring an actual production piece because we're finishing up production at the end of this month. I will get the factory to expedite, 2 pieces for me, which I'll bring to Nuremberg. I'll put one at Nuremberg for my distributor, Cosmic Group, and then I'll bring one to AFCC. Yep.
Incredible. I love the interchangeable pieces. And you know what? Again, people are gonna fight with me on this, but I think, and Ace, you and I have had these discussions before. I think that not everything has to be concealable or a gimmick. I think that when it comes down to it, you can't transform everything. There are certain pieces that actually have to be parts forming. I think that it's a necessity, and it's just something that
unless you're a third-party transformer maker and you can transform everything,
and the price of your figures are 10 times the cost of whatever anybody can afford. But yes, I totally agree. I can't wait to see this in action. Can you share any secrets that this may have? I mean, like this thing is just by its overall look, it looks absolutely stunning.
I think one of there's no real secrets. It's as clear as day. We just did our best to incorporate the functions. And one of the things that I was sadly unable to perform is how the canopy has to be interchangeable for it to open. Because incredibly, the canopy in the animation opens by receding backwards. And as you can see, there's no way for me to recede it backwards when I have firing mechanisms on the side, when I have a wing mechanism that needs to hinge open, and I have a vertical stabilizer that needs to lock into place. So where do I find the space for the canopy to recede back into the fuselage? So I had to just change it. Yeah. See there? It recedes back into the fuselage.
Yeah, it's
not that's impossible. I'm sure some transforming third-party transformers developer can probably achieve that. But I'm not sure how it's going to be done, at least from my little brain. Yeah.
No, I think just by seeing what you've been able to accomplish here, it's quite a feat of engineering. So how long has this been in development? 2 years?
No, less than 2 years. We finished off. Again, you can fact check me on that, but I believe we got the prototype out. I remember clearly. I got the prototype out in Nuremberg. I brought this prototype to Nuremberg where Dan Larson saw it. So I would say about 2 months before we were in development. So we started with 2 months and then now a year. So about a year because the rest was in production. So I would say less than a year. So maybe 6 months of development. If you talk about development, 6 months for development.
Wow, that's incredible. I can't believe this is only 6 months of development. That's a lot of engineering in such a short amount of time.
Yeah.
But I think that this is what smaller companies can afford to do. The ingenuity, the design process.
I beg to differ, Jay.
Pardon?
Bigger companies should do this in the time I've done, and smaller companies should have less ability because we have less resources.
No, this is what I'm trying to say. Right?
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to say. It's amazing that a small company like yours can do in half the time that what normally would be developed, in this kind of situation, right? And I think that there's a lot that can be learned from the way you guys have executed this, which is incredible. Right?
Thank you,
Danny. This is going to be at Action Figure Comic Con as an exclusive reveal. Can you believe it?
Well, I'm gonna mess with it.
We definitely have to get this as an announcement on the socials.
Yeah.
I think people are going to be very, very excited. There are a lot of Gatchaman fans out there. I know people have been chomping at the bit to find out more products for Gatchaman, and the fact that this one is. Can we say that this is a spiritual Poppy Nika advancement? Like, can we say something like that? Or
we can't, because Poppy Nika is die-cast metal and mine is plastic.
You do have some die-cast here, though.
Just the landing gear. The landing gear.
Yeah. But still, I think that spiritual. I think in the spirit of Poppy Nika, though, I think it's still very, very much. I know that Poppy Nika is like the die-cast versions of these, but I still think that the design.
We actually wanted to give an homage to Poppy when designing the packaging. So we submitted the packaging to Tatsunoko with the iconic Poppy Nika silver border, right? And then the bluish background. In fact, the whole design was an homage, right? Not copy, but an homage to the Poppy, because we did our own illustration of the eagle shop courtesy of Chris Matt from New York. So we got our own illustration for the front. But the rest of the design, in terms of how the box looks, inspiration was taken from the Poppy version. But that was rejected by Tatsunoko, even though I explained that it's a homage. Right? But the Japanese, again, this is just my thinking, the Japanese is afraid that, or rather they are reserved and more reserved than afraid that it might be misconceived by others that, you are copying Poppy Nika. Why would Tatsunoko allow a copy? And furthermore, Poppy has been taken over by Bandai.
Yes,
Bandai. And everybody is kind of afraid of Bandai in Japan.
Bandai's the big. Yeah, the big boy in Japan.
He's the big boy. Is the big boy. So I tried, but in vain, to get my homage to Poppy, because I can understand where they're coming from. That it might be perceived that you are just copying the Poppy. That is not good. You should be innovating your own. So yeah.
But still, it's wonderful nonetheless. I think a lot of people are going to be excited when they finally see it. Dave Sinelli, when you're back to 100%, can you show us your stuff impression? Very funny, brother. We'll try, though. We'll try. Vexen Toys, what's going on, brother? Good to see you. Looks really cool. I just don't have the nostalgia for it. That's okay.
It's okay.
It spans as far back as the 70s. Remember, it started all the way in the 70s, moved into the 80s, and even onto the 90s with the new OVA, right? And then there were so many other different iterations over the years. And then video games, right? Video games kept going. Capcom, Tatsunoko versus Capcom, right? There were so many different iterations that eventually happened. Shay Reed's in the house. What's going on, Shay? Good to see you, brother. Hey, Denny, Jay, Ace, hope all is well. Let's talk toys. We are talking toys right now. We're talking toys right now. Jordan from Canada, really dynamic form and very colorful. Yes, exactly the way it looks in the Tatsunoko version. We're very excited about it. Kevin Herbert, Ramen, a huge thank you for putting up all the Batman 89 canopies. You're the best. Those are very, very popular, of course. Huge shout out to you, Kevin. Jabbar Robbins, looks great. Ace, can't wait to see the ones you do with Joe, Jun, Junpei, and you. Speaking of Tatsunoko, Jay, you should do a review / action of the video of the history of Tatsunoko. I could do that for sure. It's definitely very near to my heart. I, of course, am a huge fan of Gatchaman. Many of the productions they've done. Kashan, right? Babel II, right? So many different wonderful productions from Tatsunoko over the years. So, love those guys. Those guys are freaking amazing. Dave Sinelli, at the sign, GJGP. Oh, brother, I got you. Jordan from Canada, awesome video showing the animation inspiration to produce the toy. And that was very difficult, right? Because as you said, there were really no schematics. You just had to go by whatever the references were from there. So it was kind of a necessity, really.
Yep.
Hey, Crash is in the house. What's going on, Crash? Good to
Crash?
see you, brother. Always good to see Crash in the house. Jay and Ace and the other guy. You haven't met Danny yet, Crash, but
Get to know this name really soon because
too,
he's
bro.
gonna go really big. Yeah.
you will see it. You'll see it. You'll see it. Hashtag AFCC. Yes, we're very excited, brother. It's coming. It's coming.
Thanks, Jordan. Thanks.
Citadeli, sorry. Ace, what's your take on the Loyal Subjects mask line? It's pretty disappointing, in my humble opinion, for the price. Sounds like outs of QC as well. Ace, do you want to take that?
Yeah, I think just a quick take on this was that it exceeded my expectations for the pricing. I know that the Loyal Subjects is more for mass market distribution. So initially, when we were among a few friends, sort of like predicting what the prices would be, I gave my prediction, and I fell short. I was under. It went above my anticipated pricing. So that was the first thing that was my opinion, that it was higher than what I thought it would be, because of the fact that I knew that this was going to be a mass market release once they said that it's going to be a reissue. So versus a new R&D, right? So once something is reissued, you sort of get a gauge of what the price is going to be. Just like how Takara, when they reissued for the first time the G1 Optimus Prime, for those of us who remembered, right? I think it's almost 20 years now since they reissued the first G1. And that price, again, inflation aside, that price was also relative to what it was back in the day. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like an inflated price. It was there or thereabouts. So that was my thoughts when a reissue was brought to mind, that this is going to be, I think I'm not mistaken, I thought that the Thunderhawk was going to be like a $25 item, right? But obviously it's not. So that's just one part. In terms of the overall thing, I believe, again, it is a lack of a person that is really passionate about the subject to really put his all. I mean, once you are in something, everything, all the noise are blocked off, right? So I think they lack a person that was like deep dive into the product, and then really looking at everything and then seeing what it should be, especially when now you're looking at stuff that's the spring, and then the fuel tank is being inverted, etc. So these are all minor details that a real passionate person would have definitely not made these issues. So I think they lack that person. So it's more run like a corporate, like a business, more so than any like fanfare sort of thing. So that's my opinion, that Loyal Subjects, a big company, took on a license from Hasbro, not just one license, but many licenses, right? So they promised Hasbro a lot of stuff, hence Hasbro gave them the license, because it's not just one license. They are licensing a lot of stuff from Hasbro. So a big corporation with a proper like business doing stuff without the passion, and hence you get what you get. Yeah.
Yep. It's all about the bottom dollar.
Thanks, Citadel. Always a great question. David, David, interested to see how these toys are designed and what considerations are taken when they're produced. Absolutely. Jordan from Canada, great costume. You looked great. Yeah, Ace was definitely killing it at the SDCC. It was pretty crazy. Sir Green Lantern, Rick Kage, Esquire. What in the Gatchaman have I walked into? Good to see you, brother. All right, Andrew Davis. Why wasn't I invited to this party? Andrew, you are always invited. You are always invited, brother. Sure. Always. Martin Priordier. Is it in scale with G.I. Joe 118th? Actually, no, I don't think so.
Which one?
Your Gatchaman.
Oh no, that's not 118. It's 124.
Yeah, it's 124 scale. So no, Martin, unfortunately. Todd Say, yes, Tekkaman the Space Knight. Is that something you'd be interested in taking on as well? No,
not at the moment. Not at the moment.
I love Tekkaman. I really love that. Martin. Oh, I see. It's 124th. Yes, that's right. Jabbar Robbins, ADV Films, now Sentai Filmworks, has done English dub of the original Gatchaman. If only they did the same for Gatchaman 2 and Fighter. Yeah, But you know what? It's one of these things which every company who like anime companies, North American and of course in Japan, they're always going to do anniversary editions. So we might be able to see a full collection one day. The Collector YT Ace. We need Boss Hogg's 1970 Cadillac DeVille from Dukes of Hazzard. It's a cool looking vehicle that people will enjoy. The bullhorns on the hood and the pistol shaped door handles.
Okay, let me Google that.
Oh, he's the Boss Hogg. Remember, he's the rich guy who always.
I don't know because I didn't watch Dukes of Hazzard.
You didn't watch Dukes of Hazzard? Oh my gosh!
No, not in Singapore. No. Yeah, like I said, I'm doing this for the fans.
Then you definitely got to start watching at least a few episodes of Dukes. Just watch the first season. You'll be more than caught up.
Yeah.
Sit it out. Great response, Ace. Michael Farland Jr. Ace, do you think you'll be making more of the Red Gullwing?
Yes, I have plans to do the Gullwing gift set that I've mentioned. I would say almost 6 months ago now or more, because initially I had plans to license with Hasbro that particular Gullwing that is 100%, well, 90, I would say 95% animation accurate, because my Gullwing had not the animation wheels, the rims, and not the animation markings. So I made a prototype that I showed Hasbro with the corrected wheels, the rims, as well as the corrected animation markings. Now, since I didn't get the license, I was going to release that myself as a gift set with T-Bob and Scott. So there's been some delay in that area because I've been working on how to make the T-Bob correct. First, I came up with the size that was not small enough, as many people have commented, and then I reduced the size, and then I have made the boy in a way, and then he didn't really touch the handles of the scooter. I got to redesign that. So I managed to come up with a compromise now whereby the seat is semi-removable. That means the seat that is sitting on, you can actually remove part of it and let his body sink in further so he can actually touch closer to the handles. Still not exactly the handles, but closer. Okay. So again, there's limitations to what we can do because of a plastic figure. Okay.
Yep.
So that was the delay. And then once that delay is occurring, it gives me the idea, hey, since we're doing the reissue of the Gullwing, let's put in some more features. So for the first time here on Mega J, I'm going to say that the gift set of the Gullwing is not only a straight up reissue with new rims and animation accurate markings. It's going to have the revised thrusters that looks like the animation, because I took some liberties to revise the thrusters on the Gullwing that differs from the animation, but not going to do exactly like the animation. So the thrusters would have like rounded edges. Okay, I'm going to change my wing cannons to look like the animation, because when I did the Gullwing, the whole cannon was hidden from view. So I thought it was a real Camaro that converts into a fighter jet. So you shouldn't be able to see the lasers, the cannons, right? But in the animation, those cannons are actually maybe grills, like the Rhino's grill stacks, smoke stacks. It could have been like grills that were visibly seen. So I'm going to change that to make those nice looking grills visibly seen. And then I'm going to change up my seat as well, because currently, on hindsight, I realized that the design of my Gullwing seats are designed wrongly, because it has a convex where your back lies, and that's meant to, in real life, support your back because it's a convex. But in the action figure, because it's rigid, the convex actually prevents the figure from sitting into the chair, if you know what I'm saying, right? So I'm gonna redesign that to, and while I'm at it, I'll probably look at how the animation seat looks anyway, and then mimic the action, the shape of the seat to match the animation. So new rims, new seats, new wing cannons, and firing effects for the cannon, and new thrusters, along with sorting out my activation mechanism so that now it's going to be refined. So initially there was people having issues with the button and disengaging the wings, the doors. So now it's going to be revised because I'm going to reduce the travel, right? You don't have to push in so deep to activate the wings. You're just going to push in a little bit. So those are the things going to revise, and that will be the gull wing gift set, and hence going to have more gull wings for you guys in 2026.
Incredible. Wow. Very, very exciting. All right. Just before we get back to a very, very cool reveal that Ramen Toy did earlier in the month, really quickly, and I do mean really quickly. This question is interesting, which Ace and I have had this discussion already. Alex Valdez, I'd love to see Visionaries in the 5.5 origin scale.
I think I've already teased this during my year-end stream, where I showed the schedule of stuff we're doing in 2026, and then that is second half of the year.
Mm-hmm.
Whoa,
crazy! Now,
but not 5.5 inch. It's going to be 6 inch. Yeah,
it's going to be 6 inch.
Oh wow!
So I have to ask the question, just like everybody else. Yeah. Have you figured out the hologram situation?
Well, hologram is, if we just verbatim did hologram, then we'll just do it hologram, because I was thinking of doing it more advanced, because nowadays you have little mini LCD screens.
Mhm.
But after my investigation, I find that it's still not possible for a figure that size to have an LCD screen that actually has movements, right? Because to power that LCD, you need a power unit, you need an IC, and all these things cannot be hidden in the confines of an action figure's torso, along with battery, etc. So that ultimately proves to be what's the phrase? That we can't do it, right? So
yeah.
So probably going to stick back to hologram stickers. Yeah.
Wow. I think you're going to make a lot of people happy with that decision, because hologram stickers are very sought after these days. That people really appreciate that. But I wonder,
the reason why hologram stickers are not so prevalent in today is because the equipment to use to make hologram stickers is obsolete. Nobody's selling those anymore. So I got to really find the people who are still having these machines to go get it done. But it's still there. It's a sunset business, just like scanning, right?
Yep.
People who scan newspapers before putting them on microchips no longer needs that, because now you're scanning and putting into the drive, right? It's on a little thumb drive. But back in the day, you got to go and scan it and then put it onto a microfilm, and then you go to the library, and then you take a microfilm reader, and then you got to see the thing. But now you just plug in a scan document into your computer, and you get everything. So it's nobody. In fact, whoever is going to be doing microfilms must be crazy, because nobody uses that anymore. So same thing for hologram stickers. Nobody does that anymore for some reason.
I always wondered, because you mentioned the LED screen. I'm wondering if you could put a battery pack inside the staff, and put the battery inside the
staff is worse, my friend. You got to run your wires through the staff at 1/12 scale to light up an LED, which is I've gone through. I've asked all the experts who are the nerds for making computer games and mini games and all these things. To do that is just like, are you crazy, man? It's like.
Well, there's a will, there's a way, Ace. But I do. No matter what, the holograms, I think, will be people.
Maybe we don't have the technology yet. Maybe in another 20 years. Maybe. Yeah,
it's possible. It's possible. All right. So I know Ace's time is very, very important. So we want to respect his time. But this showed up on the Ramen Toy feed, and it literally blew some people away. As a matter of fact, it blew somebody away who, in terms of Master Universe lore, was very, very impressed. So, Diana, suddenly, after almost 3 years of blank, we haven't heard hide nor hair of Diana for 3 years, and out of nowhere, Ramen Toy posts this incredible prototype of Diana. Wow. Even animated himself. Literally, he was, Diana's my girl. So
Yeah, she
very
was my go-to.
exciting.
Yeah.
Holy crap. Teddy is impressed. Teddy is impressed.
My first infatuation was with Diana as
Oh
a kid.
yeah, absolutely. I mean,
Wow.
who wouldn't, right? She's a femme fatale. Talk us through this, Ace. I mean, obviously this is a very early development. For the hip joint, is that going to be improved or
No. Of course, that's not going to be the thing. Of course not. I mentioned please reserve critique. Yeah, until I'm ready to show the actual thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what are we looking at? 30 plus points of articulation, swappable heads, the whole 9 yards?
Yeah, so a bit of a history on this. So we started again our Ramen Toy doing third-party nostalgia 80s stuff, and this was developed 3 years ago. And when I first teased it, I was approached by private message from some fans to say that I should actually reach out to Kenneth Johnson, who is the creator of V, to get it licensed. They said he's a very approachable guy instead of doing it third party. And that's what I did. I wrote to Kenneth Johnson. We exchanged emails. He wrote back a very nice letter back to me, but the answer was no. Right? Long story short, the answer was no. And he did say that let's look at maybe the months down the road, and the answer is still no. Right? So instead of waiting, because Ace don't do that, right? Ace gonna just do it himself, and then that's it. So I think this is the year we're gonna launch V. I'll be waiting for the cease and desist letters, and we'll take it one step at a time. So we're going to be doing it in a two-prong approach, 112 figures and 118 figures. So the 118 figures will not be looking as intricate as the 112 because it's 118. I mean, we could do it, but I think we want to give a different flair, a different flavor, right? Don't get me wrong. Look at what Higher Toy is doing with their sculpts on 118.
Incredible.
So you can definitely do exactly a well-detailed figure in 118. But look at what you are doing with Delta 17 and all the other 1/8, 3 3/4 figures. They have a certain style, which means they're a little bit more buff, right? You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So I'll apply that. I'll apply that the style on the 118, and we'll do some 118s. We'll do the ship, which is a must. You got to do the ship, and then that's going to be the plan forward for this V.
Yeah. For if I think the vehicle line is more approachable at 1/18th. I mean, like Star Wars, G.I. Joe. It's just it's space concerns, right? And then if you are talking about Joy Toy, I mean, they're like the turtle van that they did was just inspired. A lot of people are just so enamored by that. So I think that's a great approach for sure. Skyfall, thank you for the $5 super sticker, my friend. Really appreciate it. Ace, will it be possible to have an option to get Wolverine fully tanned, please? To get the Wolverine fully tanned.
My Wolverine?
Yes, your Wolverine.
Yeah, it is 10. It's fully 10. Right? It's a 10 color.
I wonder what he's referring
to. Yeah, what Skyfall meant. No, it's not on the site yet.
Oh, it's not on the site yet. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
okay.
No.
Sorry.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe he meant the phalanx.
Yeah, I was wondering because I thought I did see something. I thought I saw.
Yeah. We're getting confused with the naming convention because the third party names it one way, the official name is another way, and then people are using sometimes the names that you don't know which is which. So
because the hunter is fully tan.
Yeah, correct.
Right, the hunter is fully tan. But if he's talking about the phalanx,
but then you can do it because we had the whole 10 phalanx parts for sale. You must get the hunter first and then put on the parts for the 10. We have that. We have the option.
Okay, so there is an option for a full
thing, right?
For a full Wolverine. Yeah. So, but he mentioned the Wolverine, which you're in development right now, right?
Yeah, and I've showed it as fully 10. There we go. So you have the 10 version of that. So,
okay. Well, there you go. Perfect.
Yeah.
Okay. So, question answered. Okay. Yeah. So we're very, very excited for that, and of course, you heard it here, guys. The the Candy Eagle's vehicle will be available to show at Action Figure Comic Con 2026. We are really, really excited about this. And Ace, any thoughts about Action Figure Comic Con? Like, this will be your first time visiting. Is this your first time visiting Canada?
So this is my first time visiting Canada.
Holy crap!
To first time visit a country, I'll be bringing a gift. So the Eagle shop is my gift to Action Figure.
Thank you, Ace.
So
that's going to be huge.
I'll give it to Danny. I think I'll give it to Danny.
Excellent.
Yeah.
You know, you ain't getting back. So
yeah, it's a gift. It's a gift.
Oh, thanks, man. Appreciate that, Ace.
We will definitely. Danny's really excited. Trust me.
No, we're definitely throwing it off.
One quick tip, though, you definitely do have to bring at least a coat. It is very cold right now.
It's gonna be cold. Man.
Today was -11. So you definitely have to bring a coat.
But it's gonna be warm inside, right?
Well, yeah, of course. You know,
then I can change out to my
the hotel
suit.
Is warm. The JCCC is definitely warm. We have a couple of food vendors coming. It's going to be fine. It's going to be fine.
Okay, cool.
So you're gonna have a lot of fun, and of course, Titan Toys will definitely take care of you, Ace, while you're there for the thing. So guys, definitely come and check out the new Candy Eagles G1. Where'd it go? At Action Figure Comic Con 2026. This is happening at the Japanese Canadian Culture Center, 6 Sakura Way, Toronto, Ontario, M3C 1Z5. We are super excited about this event. Danny, I mean, we have a ton of different brands coming. Why don't you take us through it, Danny?
Okay. Well, of course, you guys know McFarlane Toys. Our buddy, Claudio is going to be representing them. And they're going to be on site there with some new products. We even have some cosplayers that are coming out to help out with that as well. So you might be seeing some Mortal Kombat guys live, which is great. Then next year we have Spiro Toys, Animal Warriors of the Kingdom. Who doesn't know them? Great brand. They went through Kickstarter a few times. They got funded. If you don't have any of their figures, you should get them. And then Loyal Subjects, of course. Who doesn't know Loyal Subjects? Actually, Titan Toys will be representing them at the Action Figure Comic Con, and they're going to have the mask line on display and available for everybody. And I think they're even going to be doing some deals on them, so keep an eye out for that. Right, and then next we have Meta Travelers, Legendary. I think their figures are ready for production now, and they're about to come out. And I think they're going to have some of that available as well at the event. And again, they'll be at the Titan Toys booth, so they'll be represented there.
And I believe we're also going to have a panel where they might actually talk about the continuation of the line and possibly even some new drops. We might see that at the show.
Their stuff is really cool too, really interchangeable and great figures. So, and Icon Heroes, of course, they're going to be
right.
Yes, Patrick, you got it.
Patrick, yes.
So I don't know if he's coming out exactly, but I know that Titan Toys also will be representing them. I think Titan Toys is actually the distributor in Canada for their stuff. So
yes, the official distributor. Yes,
you got it. So same with the mask line with Loyal Subjects, right?
Correct.
Yeah. So that's cool. And then, what do you know? So here's our line. We've been working on El Dragoon. We're going to have some cool stuff on display there. Maybe some prototypes. Who knows? And actually, we have some cool cosplayers that will be on site showing off some of the El Dragoon characters. So that'll be cool.
Nice.
Yeah. That'll be a lot of fun. And I don't know who these guys are, but of course, Ramen Toy, definitely Ace representing them. And definitely looking forward to you coming out. It's going to be a good time.
And we'll see the Gatchaman G1 on display. And Danny will get to take it home. So,
dude, that's a huge thing. I can't even believe it. Thank you, Ace. Appreciate that, man. It's going to be great. And then, of course, Flip War and the Champions of Unfairity, which is a great spoof on He-Man and whatnot. Jay is a part of this one as well. So is Ramen Toy. They had both worked on this project. We actually were at San Diego Comic-Con on a panel for this project as well. So that was great. And I think they're coming out with a next figure, right? There's a next wave.
We're going to be on a panel, and we're going to talk a little bit about Wave 2, and what people can expect, and how excited we are about the new product line.
Was that Tarjay? What's the guy? The
the Hound of Tarjay, yes.
The Hound of Tarjay. Yes. Yeah, he looks great.
Maybe some surprises. We'll see.
Nice. And then, of course, our buddy JP and Badass Reviews. Carlos will be representing from the realm. So Carlos will be on site, and we'll be seeing some of their product there, hopefully. And yeah, man, we appreciate them coming out, which is awesome. And then our buddy Lead has got his little project on the go, Baguette Club. He's gonna have some stuff on site there, some prototypes of his figure. So that's gonna be super awesome. And I think that's it for brands for now.
Well, there are more who's definitely coming, but these are the ones we have relationships with. But yeah, guys, you're definitely going to see a lot of cool stuff at the Action Figure Comic-Con, and of course, we do have the actual exhibit itself for the action figure diorama exhibits. This is going to be crazy. 6 different diorama builders are going to be showcasing their work. Each one have actually developed like an entire city block. Just for the Action Figure Comic-Con. They'll be placing action figures in display on these, and you can actually see some of their shots on Action Figure Comic-Con Instagram page. They have been working for months on these projects, and you can just see some of the fruits of their labor. This, of course, is Figgy Smalls, and you can see just how big this is. I mean, this
huge.
This is massive. That is an actual Sentinel that was just released by Hasbro. Yeah. So if you think about how big that is compared to this, this huge building, and it's a cross-section building as well. So not only do you see the exterior, you actually get to see the interior as well. And Figgy will be bringing this to the show, so you can see here. So there's one with the fully attached side, and one with the cross-section interior. So you get to see both of those, one battle damaged and one not. So this is definitely something that we're very excited to see. I mean, we can't have a MUSK everywhere we go. So this is definitely as close to it that we can definitely see. And imagine we have 6 of these types of dioramas that are going to be on display. So you guys definitely have to check those out. And of course, thanks to Drew Olive, he gave us perhaps a glimpse into what it could look like on the show floor that you can see here. Again, Drew is a great toy photographer. And he just put together, a scene that perhaps will actually be happening at Action Figure Comic-Con. You never know. So it's a lot of fun. Huge shout out to Drew Olive, who actually will have his work on display. I think Drew actually might be dropping by, right? Isn't that the case? Or
no, he'll be on site for sure. He's actually helping with the toy photo gallery. So yeah, definitely. You can catch him there and ask him stuff, and yeah, it'll be cool.
Yeah,
for sure.
And guys, if you're hungry, I am hosting the ramen eating contest. Ace, you gotta be there for
Ace,
that.
You gotta get it.
We're gonna have Ace as an honorary judge. If you think that you can scarf down as much ramen as possible and beat the very next guy or girl next to you, definitely head over to the ramen eating contest. We got some great prizes that are going to be presented, and of course, presented by Anime Shogatsu and hosted by Mega J Retro. This is going to be a lot of fun. It's always a lot of laughs. A lot of people bow out early, but let me tell you, some people can really chug down some ramen. So it is a lot of fun. And of course, Ramen Toy is going to be there, so it's going to be a lot of fun having them helping out to judge the ramen eating contest. It's going to be a lot of fun. So, guys, definitely. We're very excited about Action Figure Comic-Con. Tickets are on sale right now. You can buy them online right now for only $15. You save $5 at the door price. But if you buy 2 tickets, you actually save a little bit more money. So definitely take advantage of that. Pick up 2 tickets for you and a friend. And if we still do have some Grail Hunter passes left. So if you want to be able to get 1 hour early access to the show, take a look at everything that's happening, some of the dioramas, some of the other figures that are being on display from Ramen Toy, from Legendary, Meta Travelers, all those great brands, even McFarlane. You definitely want to pick up a Grail Hunters pass. You might also be able to grab yourself a swag bag. You just never know. And of course, The show is from 11 a.m. to 7 p.m., 1 hour early admission for Grail Hunters. Door price is $20 for tickets, $20 per ticket, or 2 tickets for $30. Online tickets are $15, or 2 tickets for $25, but that will only last until the day of the event. And you do get some raffle tickets for some of the raffles that we have. How often are we having raffles, Danny?
They will be on the hourly basis.
Wow. So we're basically going to be giving away prizes every single hour. We were, of course, is going to be at the Japanese Canadian Cultural Center on January 31st. And we are super excited about this. What about children, Danny?
12 and under are free, as long as they're with parents.
Please be their parents. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, exactly.
Definitely. We really appreciate it. And of course, the kids are going to have a great time.
Oh, yeah.
And of course, we want to thank our sponsors for the event. Titan Toys, the main sponsor of the event. They will be showcasing many of the products we talked about today. So definitely, you guys give them a like and a follow. Tell them that the Action Figure Comic Con sent you. The King of Print, Danny, we really couldn't have got the word out without these guys. They've been doing some crazy work, right?
Oh, yeah. They've been helping us with all the advertising prints, and also the toy photo gallery. The prints there are sponsored by King of Print. So I really appreciate that for sure.
And Waterland will keep us hydrated all weekend, right?
You got it. So definitely check them out. They're gonna have some deals also on the things that they do. They do like water installation, filtration, that kind of stuff. But they'll have like reverse osmosis and alkalized type water on site for free.
Incredible.
Yeah.
And JTI Boxing will be on site, correct?
Yes, they are. We call them our combat sponsor or self-defense sponsor. They're gonna have a little cool activation thing where you'll be able to go to their booth and actually they'll teach you how to punch and that kind of thing, and you'll even be able to hit them. So they'll be wearing some armor and stuff, and they'll teach you how to punch and that kind of thing. So that's kind of cool.
Wonderful in-person demonstrations. Please don't hit those guys. We don't want to. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Don't have it straight.
Guys, please head over to the actionfigurecomiccon.com, pick up your tickets, and of course, we hope to see you guys there. We have cosplayers, we have exhibits, we have programming, lots of different drops that are going to be happening over the weekend, and of course, Ramen Toy will be there. Guys, definitely head over to Ramen Toy, give them a like and a follow. They have all of their products on display on their website. You can already pre-order the Gatchaman 2 G1 Eagle Sharp with Candy Eagle. $150 for this one, right, Ace?
Yeah, that's right.
And what does it come with exactly, Ace?
Yeah, it comes with the figure, the missiles, the interchangeable canopy, interchangeable nose, and the stand.
And all the wonderful features that we highlighted today. This one's really excited. And only for $150, that is an absolute steal, everybody. So definitely head over to Ramen Toy and pick that up today. You can also pick up one of the 2 different CAG sets. Tell us a little bit about 2.0, Ace.
Yeah, so fans have been asking for the cockpit to have 2 seats inside. Not necessarily able to sit 2 figures, but to have 2 seats inside. So that is something that I guess some collectors are not really understanding, because they said that you got 2 seats, but you can't sit 2 figures. Then what's the point? Well, the point is that we have a McFarlane Batmobile that has already built in a specific amount of space, and we're just using the same amount of space to put in 2 seats versus 1 seat. So that's what we've done. Yeah.
It's all about the image, and just as probably for more displayability, because it's for some people it's just an incomplete Batmobile if it doesn't actually have the cockpit with 2 seats. So love it. But now you can also pick up CAG 1.0 and 2.0 right now. So you can definitely check those out. The Mobula is up for pre-order as well, and this is very exciting. I don't think we've ever seen something as accurate as this.
I'll bring that to AFCC as well.
Incredible.
The production sample, no box yet because we're working on the box still. So I'll bring the production sample piece.
Freaking incredible.
Nice.
So guys, you can see the Mobula at Action Figure Comic Con 2026. Very exciting.
Very cool. Yeah.
And then of course you can pre-order the limited edition Shark.
It's in stock. Yeah, in stock.
It is in stock, and there are only 500 pieces available. So you guys don't want to sleep on this one. This is, of course, a redecoed version with Pilot. What's her Machina name?
Portia White.
Portia White. That's right.
Yeah.
So guys, definitely pick up the limited edition Joe Fest Shark available right now, and then of course the Techno Horse. Oh my gosh!
I'll bring the test shot as well.
The 3-0, and we're gonna get again. Ace is just giving us so many wonderful gifts for the new year at Action Figure Comic Con. Guys, you're going to be able to see so many great things, courtesy of Ramen Toy. So we're going to be able to see the prototype of the Techno Horse 3-0. It's going to be a lot of fun. And of course, the Aces of Aviation. Tell us a little bit about Wave 2, Ace, because I think a lot of people...
Yeah, so I can't bring this because I don't have physical stuff to bring. So that, unfortunately... but I'll see what I can conjure up, right? I'll just conjure up maybe something. But like I said, Wave 2 is a continuation of Wave 1. We started this journey again 3 years ago with the actual Maverick itself. The whole idea was just to give Maverick to the fans of Tom Cruise, fan of Top Gun. Of course, we got C&D not to do the Maverick. And then we sort of change it to make the Ace of Aviation, because if I make a tooling for a figure, a pilot figure, how do I amortize the tooling to make other figures? So my plan was always to make more generic F-14 pilots after the Maverick. But since I was given the C&D, I switched it around and did the generic F-14 pilots first, while giving the Maverick's head and helmet as a bonus item if you bought the whole set of 3 figures. All right. Now, in that particular era or time, because Hasbro put out a Falcon G.I. Joe figure that had a very atrocious head sculpt, I thought that I could use this opportunity to make one of my pilot figures with an improved Falcon's head sculpt, which you can then take out and put onto the Falcon. And then with that now headless body, you can use the bonus item of the Maverick head to put onto the body, and hence you will have your Maverick figure. Now, that was the only way to do it, to circumvent the C&D. We're not actually selling a Maverick figure. Now, for this second wave, you've, of course, got to finish what you've started or what we've started. And in keeping with the tradition of not having the Maverick as a figure that we sell, we are putting him in the carton of 12 as a chase. So you're not actually buying the Maverick figure, you're actually getting as a chase, which to many people have responded that this is not a wise move. I understand. It could be my mistake in hindsight, but it's something that I chose to do in this point of time. Because again, I don't want too much C&Ds at this point of time, especially when this year is the 40th anniversary of Top Gun, which I initially wanted to get a license from Paramount to develop an F-14 for the 40th anniversary, but we're too late now. We're already in 2026 without an F-14 to show, and neither are they going to be licensing to me the rights to make the figures of the characters in their likeness and everything, because again, once you deal with licensing, you're dealing with the likeness of a actor, a real life person. You need to get his approval, etc., etc. So that is something that we don't want to do it, because we're not in that space. We're not a Hasbro. We're not a Mattel. We're not in the space where we are corporate and need to respond to all these, potential lawsuits, etc., etc. Although it's not that we don't have lawsuits, we have lawsuits potentially, but we are maybe too small for them to want to do too much about it. Okay, but we are again doing this for the fans. It's a retro, artistic, modern 80s nostalgia. No Top Gun figures has been done in this scale before. They've been done by toy soldiers, 1/6 scale with real clothing, etc. We all know about that. They've been done by third party. We all know that, but they're not in this 1/12 scale. So wave 2 is now us sculpting new heads apart from the Mavericks head that's already done. And what's that? Jester? No, not Jester. It's Viper, right? Viper's head was already done in wave 1, but in wave 1, Viper took on a Jolly Rogers helmet. The Jolly Rogers helmet is a real life helmet worn by VF-84 Jolly Rogers naval pilots. But now we'll have his actual Top Gun pilot helmet in this wave. And of course, it is an homage to the late Val Kilmer. In fact, when you see the packaging, you will see that we have a bit of a dedication to the late Val Kilmer. And hopefully that this, again, is for the fans. We have very, very lukewarm, in fact, cold response to this wave of figures. It's still on early bird, as you can see over there, because we have sold just a few hundred pieces of each figure. And that's not enough to do a production, but we'll do it anyways. Again, like I said, the criticism could be just sell the Maverick figure by itself. You'll get lots of orders. But again, that's not the point, because it's a business decision. Yes, I will live to regret it later. I may sell the figure later, who knows? But at this point in time, I'm putting him in a secret chase figure that you get in a full case. And to make things even more interesting, he will have a reduced abdomen part and shorter shoes. So instead of the revised new boots that I have for the Aces Wave 2, he's retaining the old boots from Wave 1, and then he will be slightly shorter when you put all the figures together. And that's my little spiel on that.
Amazing.
Nice.
So, guys, definitely head over to Ramen Toys. They have some incredible things like the Dio Ramen. They will actually have the Musk, which is almost ready. We see the packaging and how it's going to be laid out. There's also the Black Razor. The Ramen Razor is still available again in all of its iterations, as you can see here. Dukes of Hazzard, of course, and of course the Rev Van. And we know that from the animation in the beginning, the Rev Van is going to be at Action Figure Comic Con. And we've done some amazing things with that. We do want to let Ace have a last word, because he does have to get going. We are sensitive about his time. But really quickly, huge shout out to Snell's World for the super chat. Ace, is my ramen mask rhino coming?
I think realistically, it is at least 2027, end of the year. Realistically.
Okay.
Yeah.
And final super sticker from Snell's World. Thank you again, Snell. Ace, can we get the CAG 2-seat conversion for the McFarlane Batman Forever Batmobile?
Currently, no plans yet, but if it needs to be, I will need to develop it. It will take me some time, because, again, I don't have as much data on the Forever version than I have for the 89 version. So I'll look into it, yeah.
And Snell does say, Ace, VF-84 Jolly Roger, but now they have the VF-103 Jolly Roger.
Yeah, so VF-84 was the original designation for the Jolly Rogers, but Jolly Rogers also became the VF-103 because I think there was a formation integration between the Sluggers and the Jolly Rogers. Fact check me on that.
And I think Aberdale is trying to get some secrets from Ace. Did I hear that right? Is Ace building a
Yeah, so you heard that right, because I've listened to the calls and I've looked at the Hasbro Rattler, which I've just recently purchased for R&D. So the Hasbro Rattler, apparently, based on my calculation, is 20% smaller than the actual A10 Thunderbolt. So I'm going to, again, like what I did with the Hunter tank, deform a tank enough that it still looks good, and deform an F-14 enough that it still look good for 20%, because at 1/12 scale, the F-14 is going to be about, again, I'm not sure if I got the math right, it's going to be about 1.2 meters long, right? But if I deform it 20%, it will only be as long as the length of my super mask.
Wow.
So I had placed the figure, and I've looked at the super mask length. I think it's 48 inches. I think I can do that. So that is what I'm working on.
Okay.
Nice. Wow.
Guys, we do want to let Ace have the last word so that he can say goodnight to everybody. Ace, thank you so much for joining us tonight. What else are you working on? And do you have any other final farewells for the people out there?
Yes, so thanks, Jay and Danny, for having me. Enjoyed my time here to explain some stuff. Sometimes it gets it out of the system, right?
Yeah.
So I am working on stuff, but I think I've said enough. I'm working on getting to Nuremberg, getting to AFCC, getting to meet with you guys and have a good time. And then that's it. So one step at a time. Let me finish off my shipping of the Dal Ramen, which I'm handling right now. The final production of the Eagle Shop, which I'm doing right now, and of course having to catch a flight as soon as next weekend to get my trip going. So yeah, that's it from me.
Beautiful.
Huge shout out to Ace and of course the Ramen Toy team for doing things that only we can dream of, and of course doing it for the fans. Ace, thank you so much for everything. Take care. Happy New Year, and the Lunar New Year is coming. So we hope that you have a very happy Chinese New Year as well, Ace. And we will see you at Action Figure Comic Con in 2 weeks.
Too, man.
Yeah. Have a safe trip over to Spiel von Messe, Ace, and we'll see you soon. Okay?
Thank you.
Have a good night.
Good night.
Yeah.
Thanks again.
So guys, Danny, what a time it's been spending with Ace. He truly is a generous individual, very good friend. And looks like you're getting a special gift at the end of Action Figure Comic Con.
That was a surprise, man. Wow.
But
wasn't expecting it. I was joking.
I'm so choked up. But Ace is giving gifts to all of us at Action Figure Comic Con 2026, guys. We'll be able to see the first iterations, the first views of the Gatchaman G1, the Gatchaman 2 G1 Eagle with Ken. And it's going to be freaking amazing seeing that. Danny's going to be able to take that one home. We're going to see the Mobula at Action Figure Comic Con 2026, and even a prototype of the mechanical horse 3.0. So yeah, guys, this is going to be a lot of fun. Once again, guys, we want to thank Ace for joining us for this chat, and don't forget, guys, that we will all be at the Action Figure Comic Con 2026, January 31st, 2026 at the Japanese Canadian Culture Center. It's going to be a blast. We have so many different exhibits, shows. We have a lot of great programming, a lot of different releases that are going to be showcased by different companies. And we even have a whole bunch of cosplayers who are also going to be at the show. It's going to be a lot of fun. And guys, we really do hope to see you guys there. Amizi was in the chat. We saw her briefly.
Yeah.
She's absolutely huge in terms of just shouting out the Action Figure Comic Con. We want to give her a huge thank you for covering the event. Local Super is going to be there, and she's going to be dressing up as Danny's very favorite La Loca Loba. It's going to be so much fun seeing El Dragoon at the show, being represented by Local Super. So many different, wonderfully talented cosplayers. Definitely head over to the cosplay page on Action Figure Comic Con. Click on any of their images, and you'll be sent over to their profile pages where you can see more of their cosplay. And of course, all of these featured cosplayers will be there showcasing all their stuff. It's going to be a lot of fun. And of course, we do have some special guests coming for Action Figure Comic Con. We have the TMT collector, whose collection is literally the largest collection in the world for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, as recognized by the Guinness the Book of World Records. It's going to be a freaking crazy meeting. The TMT collector, Frederick B. Owens, who is a good friend of the TMT collector, and of course a voice actor on Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. He is, of course, the voice of Leatherhead as well as a bunch of Triceratons. He's also worked on cartoons and anime like One Piece. So definitely want to meet Frederick B. Owens. We also have Devin Mack. The voice of Sonic the Hedgehog is actually going to be there as well. So you definitely want to meet all these wonderful voice actors. And in terms of other surprise guests, toy tubers like Toying Around are going to be there, along with our good friend the Badass Reviews, and of course some idiot named Mega J Retro. We will be there, spreading the word and of course having fun with all you guys. Ramen Toy is definitely going to be there. It's going to be great to see Ace, and we do have some amazing surprise guests like Chuck Lair. If you guys are into the old school hip hop scene, it's going to be great to see Chuck Lair at the show.
I grew up listening to this guy. He's going to be at our show now, which is
many of us did. And of course, for the Comic-Con aspect of the show, Udon Comics is going to be there, represented by Tricky Digits, Joe Ing. So definitely, if you're a Street Fighter fan or any sort of fighting fan, you definitely want to be able to meet Joe Ing, Tricky Digits, at the show. We have so many other special guests, including C. Jessam and other wonderful guests who will be there. We even have some sports guests, believe it or not, Kevin Dahlman. So guys, definitely head over to the featured guest section of Action Figure Comic-Con, and maybe you'll find somebody you want to meet at the Action Figure Comic-Con 2026. Guys, thank you so much. We hope to see you at Action Figure Comic-Con 2026, January 31st at the Japanese Canadian Culture Center. And, of course, my friend Danny Green and I will be there, and we will hope to see you guys there. Yeah, Danny, what a night, man. I mean, like, you're getting gifts and you didn't even ask for them.
I had no idea.
Crazy, right? So you've been apparently you've been a very good boy, Danny. Apparently you've been a very good boy. And it looks like
I appreciate that, man. Ace is awesome. He's a good friend of ours. He's always been very supportive of us, and we're just great friends. We're like brothers right now, and he takes care of us every time we meet up at the SDCC or I think Toylanta, Joe Lanta. So those are other ones, right? So I think we'll be seeing them there as well. But anyways, yeah, man, guys, come on out if you want to meet Ace. And that's it.
3 Straw Drawl is in the house. What's going on, brother? Good to see you. Speaking of good brothers who we've met at conventions in the past, always good to see you. Will the 4 Horsemen be at the Mega J-Con? Possibly Bahithir. This is not my convention. This is definitely Danny's convention. But no, the 4 Horsemen, unfortunately, will not be making a stop in Canada. It's always
they have their own show.
They have their own show. Yes, they do, which helped to inspire this show. But yes, Bahithir is freaking crazy. So hopefully we'll be able to see him again sometime soon. Roping John is in the house. G-Force. Yes, G-Force. Snell's World, thank you again for the super stickers. You're the man. Jay, I told you I was going to wear Ace down. You're definitely doing that, my friend. 100%. And Snell is, of course, saying that Ace is awesome. And the real Skeletor, the Action Figure Syndicate, can't wait to meet you at AFCC. You know what, brother? Definitely, we're going to be reminding everybody on the Syndicate that Action Figure Comic-Con is a big thing. Actually, if you could do us a favor and remind everybody that Action Figure Comic-Con is going on January 31st. We'd appreciate it, brother. Yeah, guys, thank you again for hanging out with us, and of course, finding out more about the Ramen Toy and their product line coming in for 2026. I'm excited, Danny. What was your biggest reveal, most favorite reveal tonight from Ramen Toy?
Of course, the Gatchaman for sure. Right now, I gotta say that for sure.
Well, yeah, that's because somebody's getting it as a present, obviously. Yeah. But I do have to say, in my humble opinion, I think that Diana is a pretty freaking cool reveal, man. Yeah. I'm a huge fan of the V. When I was a kid, I watched it religiously, and just like Ace, I had a crush on Diana. I think everybody had a crush on Diana.
Yeah.
And then when she revealed her true colors, I was like, whoa. Just crazy, man. So it's going to be a lot of fun to see how that one plays out. And the Aces of Aviation, man, like pretty cool stuff. I gotta tell you. So
the fact that he's going to be making the Tomcat, man, that's
huge. Oh, dude,
that's huge.
Honestly, Ace has no fear. I think that's really all we have to say. Ace has no fear, and you can meet Ace at Action Figure Comic-Con 2026, guys. We hope to see you guys there. On behalf of Danny Green and myself, Danny, tell everybody what you're working on, because even though we know what it is, people want to hear it from you. So,
well, aside from Action Figure Comic-Con, we're working on El Dragoon. That's still cooking. We're going to have some prototype stuff at the event, so stay tuned for that. We're planning our Kickstarter sooner than later, probably next few months or so. So our book's almost done, so that's going to be happening soon. And then, yeah, man, just Action Figure Comic-Con is where we're going to be at in the next couple of weeks. So you guys should definitely come on out. Buy your tickets online, and you'll save a few bucks. Also, that we will have some family deals at the door as well. So if you have like family of 5 or 6, we'll be able to give some discounts for that as well. And yeah, man, just stay tuned, guys. And you'll find us there. It shows from 11 to 7. An early bird or early entry VIP is at 10 a.m. So for all you grill hunters, put it. Oh, there it is.
We got some very special reveals at Action Figure Comic Con 2026, guys. And you guys have to be at Action Figure Comic Con to learn more about some very, very special reveals. Huge shout out to my good friend Danny Green of Danny Green Collects. Danny, thank you so much for hanging out with me and talking Action Figure Comic Con. And of course, huge shout out to Ace for all his wonderful efforts and, of course, the wonderful gifts he's going to be bringing to Action Figure Comic Con. I can't wait, Danny. This is going to be freaking bonkers. Guys, please do us a big favor. Share the Action Figure Comic Con with all your friends. Even if you're not in Canada, sharing is caring, guys. Please definitely spread the word that the Action Figure Comic Con is happening on January 31st, 2026. We are super excited that so many different vendors, and we literally have sold out on all of our tables. Actually, people are knocking down our doors to actually get more tables, but
got a wait list going.
we just have we have no more space. But guys, it's going to be a lot of fun. Ramen eating contest. If you're hungry, you might as well try. I mean, like, you're going to get your fill of ramen if you actually come to the show. And of course, we have some wonderful food vendors. Gushi is going to be there. If you're into Japanese food, definitely want to come by. And you never know. We might have some pizza. We might have something else. You never know. But you have to be at Action Figure Comic Con if you want to find out. Guys, thank you for being here. It's an absolute pleasure. Last comment before we start logging off. Jarhead, been a while. Would love to meet you in person, brother. We will see you at Action Figure Comic Con 2026. But I think you're talking about 3-star draw. Always good to see 3-star draw in the house. And the last comment from GGT James Alt. Will the snow be gone? The answer is no. The snow will be here.
Especially in a couple of weeks.
It's not going anywhere, brother. But the roads are clear. We have a great, obviously, we are prepared as Canadians. The roads will be 100% clear. It's going to be a lot of fun. Guys, thank you again for joining us. It's been an absolute pleasure hanging out with you. I hope you're all doing well, staying safe. And as always, everybody, thank you very much for watching. Danny, good journey, my friend. And
good night, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Appreciate it. Peace out.